Hello, and welcome back to Flexlish English. I'm so happy you are here with me today. My name is Jason, and this podcast is made to help you improve your English while learning something useful for your life. So, if you want to practice your English listening and speaking, and also learn something new, you are in the right place. In today's episode, we are going to talk about a very important topic. The name of this episode is You Don't Need More Time, You Need More Focus. Yes, that's right. Many people think they are too busy. They say, I don't have time, or I need more hours in my day. But today, we are going to talk about something different. We will learn why the real problem is not time. The real problem is focus. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever said, I want to study English, but I don't have time? Or maybe, I want to finish this book, but I'm too busy. Most people say these things, but maybe the problem is not the number of hours we have. Maybe we are not using our time in the right way. Maybe we are not focusing. This topic is important for everyone. It doesn't matter if you are a student, a worker, a parent, or even someone learning English. We all have 24 hours in a day. That's the same for you, me, and even very successful people. So why do some people do more while others feel like they don't have time? The answer is focus. In this episode, I will talk about why we feel like we don't have enough time. I will also explain why time is not the real issue. Then, we will look at the power of focus, what it really means, and how it can help us do more in less time. I'll give you easy tips to help you focus better in your daily life, especially when you study English or do other important things. And of course, I will use simple English so you can understand every part clearly. So, if you want to stop feeling busy all the time, if you want to get more done in your day, and if you want to improve your focus and your English at the same time, stay with me. This episode will help you understand something important, and more than that, it will help you take action. Are you ready? Let's begin. What most people think. Let's talk about something we hear almost every day. People always say, I don't have time. This is a sentence we all know very well. Maybe you have said it yourself. I know I have. When life feels busy, it is easy to say this. When we feel tired or when we have too many things to do, we say, I just don't have time. But is this really true? Think about your daily life. You wake up, maybe go to school or work, take care of your family, clean the house, check your phone, maybe cook food, and try to relax. At the end of the day, you might feel tired. Then you say to yourself, I wanted to study English today, but I didn't have time. Or, I wanted to read that book, but the day was too busy. Many people feel the same way. You are not alone. Let's look at some examples. Imagine a student. They go to class, do homework, and maybe also work a part-time job. Their day feels full, so they say, I don't have time to study extra English. Or think about a parent. They take care of children, cook meals, clean the house, and help with homework. At the end of the day, they say, I don't have time for myself. And then there are workers. Some people work 8 or 10 hours a day. They travel, answer emails, join meetings, and by the time they get home, they are tired. So they say, I don't have time to do anything else. We hear this everywhere, and over time, many people start to believe that if they only had more time, everything would be better. They think, if I had 26 hours in a day instead of 24, I could do more. I could learn more. I could relax more. I could finally start that project or improve my English. This is a common belief. People think more time equals more success. It seems like the only thing stopping them is the number of hours in the day. But let me ask you something. Is it really true that we need more time? Or is it possible that we already have enough time, but we are not using it well? This is an important question. Take a moment and think about your last 24 hours. Did you really use your time in the best way? Or were there small things that wasted your time, like checking your phone too many times, watching videos that didn't help you, or thinking about what to do instead of doing it? Sometimes we don't even notice how our time goes away. We sit down to check one message on our phone, and 30 minutes later, we are still scrolling. Or we plan to study for 1 hour, but we stop every 10 minutes to check something, go to the kitchen, or reply to someone. At the end, we say, I studied for 1 hour, but actually, we focused for only 15 minutes. This happens to all of us. So maybe the real problem is not that we don't have time. Maybe the real problem is that we are not focused. We are busy, but not always with the right things. We are doing something all the time, but we are not always moving forward. That is the difference between being busy and being productive. Here's something interesting to think about. Every person in the world has the same number of hours each day. You, me, your favorite teacher, a famous singer, a successful business person, and even the president of a country. Everyone has 24 hours. No one gets more time than you. So the question is not, how can I get more time? The real question is, how can I use the time I already have in a better way? Now I want to ask you, what would happen if you stopped saying, I don't have time, and started asking, how can I focus better? How would your day change? How would your learning improve? How would your goals move forward? When we believe that time is the problem, we wait. We wait for free time to come. We wait for the weekend. We wait for the holiday. But when we understand that focus is the key, we stop waiting and start doing. That is a big difference. And this is what we are going to talk about more in the next part of this episode. So take a moment now and think. Are you really out of time, or is your mind just full of distraction? The truth, it's not about time. Now let's talk about the real truth. The truth is that time is not the real problem. Yes, it's true that life is busy. Yes, we all have many things to do, but the number of hours in your day is not what's stopping you from reaching your goals. The real problem is how you use your time, and more importantly, how focused you are when you use it. You see, everyone, no matter who they are, has the same number of hours in a day. You have 24 hours. I have 24 hours. A doctor, a student, a famous YouTuber, a rich business person, they all have 24 hours. Time is the one thing that is equal for everyone. No one has more and no one has less. But if we all have the same 24 hours, why do some people do so much while others feel stuck? Why do some people learn a language, start a business, stay healthy, and still have time to relax, while others feel tired, busy, and behind all the time? It's not about time. It's about how we use that time, and that comes down to one thing: focus. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine two students. Both of them want to improve their English. One student decides to study for just 1 hour, but during that 1 hour, they turn off their phone. They find a quiet place. They sit with a notebook and they fully concentrate. They listen to a podcast, repeat new words, and write notes. They are 100% focused. They are not perfect, but they are trying their best. That 1 hour becomes a very powerful hour. They finish feeling proud and clear about what they learned. Now the second student says, I'm going to study for 3 hours. That sounds great, right? But let's see what happens. They sit down with good energy, but their phone is next to them. Every 10 minutes, they stop to check a message or scroll on Instagram. Then they open YouTube and watch a few videos. They switch between apps, check the time, and feel bored. They say they are studying, but really, they are only focused for maybe 20 minutes total. After 3 hours, they feel tired, but not satisfied. They didn't learn much. They just spent time. So, who used their time better? The student who studied for 1 hour with focus, or the one who studied for 3 hours with distractions? The answer is clear. Focus is more powerful than time. This is true in every part of life, not just with English. In work, in health, in relationships, focus creates results. When you give your full attention to something, even for a short time, you can do amazing things. But if your attention is jumping from one thing to another, then even a long time will not help. This is why it's so important to change how we think. We need to stop asking, how much time do I need? And start asking, how can I be more focused? That small change in thinking can make a big difference in your life, because when you are focused, you don't need 5 hours. You can do great things in just 30 minutes or 1 hour. So the next time you sit down to study or work, don't just look at the clock. Don't just say, I will do this for 2 hours. Ask yourself, can I be focused for this time? Can I give my full attention? That question is much more important than how many minutes you plan to spend. We often feel like we are busy all day, but at the end of the day, we still feel like we didn't do much. That's because we were doing many things without focus. We were moving, but not moving forward. It's like running on a treadmill. You're running, but you're not going anywhere. When you add focus to your actions, you finally start moving forward in the right direction. So remember this, time doesn't create success, focus does. You don't need more hours in the day, you just need to use your hours with more care, more attention, and more purpose. In the next part of the episode, we'll go deeper into this idea. We will talk about what focus really means, why it's so powerful, and how it can completely change the way you learn, work, and live. Why focus is more powerful. Let's now talk about why focus is more powerful than time. You already know that everyone has 24 hours in a day, but what makes the real difference is what you do with those hours. And that depends on one simple but very strong skill: focus. So what does the word focus really mean? Focus means giving your full attention to one thing at a time. When you are focused, your mind is clear. You are not thinking about other things. You are not switching between tasks. You are fully present. You are doing only one thing, and you are doing it with your full energy. That is what focus is. Now let's compare two people, one who is focused and one who is distracted. The focused person starts their work, turns off all other things, and just does one task. For example, they say, I'm going to write this report, or I'm going to study English for 30 minutes. And during that time, they don't look at their phone, don't answer messages, and don't check social media. Their mind is calm and they get the work done. After that, they can rest. The distracted person does something very different. They sit down to study, but they also keep their phone open. They check messages, they scroll on TikTok, they reply to someone, then go back to studying, then maybe open YouTube. Their brain keeps jumping from one thing to another. They try to do many things at the same time, but in the end, they finish almost nothing, and they feel tired because their mind never rested. This is the problem with multitasking. Multitasking means trying to do many things at once. Some people think multitasking is a good thing. They say, I can study and check my phone at the same time. But science tells us this is not true. When you multitask, your brain works harder, you lose focus, you make more mistakes, and you take more time to finish a task. So even if you feel busy, you are not being productive. And one of the biggest reasons people are distracted today is because of phones and social media. Let's be honest, our phones are always with us. They make sounds, they show us notifications, and they make us curious. We want to see what's happening. Just one small look at your phone can take away 10 or 15 minutes of your focus. That's how powerful distraction is. Think about this. How many times a day do you check your phone without a real reason? How many minutes do you lose scrolling through videos that you don't even remember later? These small actions take away your time, but even worse, they take away your focus. They break your attention, and then it's very hard to come back. Let me tell you a short story about a man named Tom. Tom was trying to start his own online business. For many months, he said, I'm working on it. But in reality, he wasn't making much progress. Every time he sat down to work, he would check his email, reply to messages, scroll through Instagram, and then try to work again. He spent 4 to 5 hours a day doing this, but at the end of the day, he had very little to show. He was busy, but not focused. Then one day, Tom decided to make a change. He gave himself one simple rule: no phone and no internet distractions for 90 minutes a day. Every morning, he would work for 90 minutes with full focus. No messages, no social media, no noise, just pure attention. After 1 week, he started to see progress. After 1 month, he had finished his website. After 3 months, his business was running. What changed? Not time. He didn't add more hours to his day. He simply changed how he used his focus. He gave one small part of his day to deep work. That small change made a big difference. This is why focus is more powerful than time. When you learn how to control your attention, you don't need long hours. You just need clear time. Time that is free from noise, free from distraction, and full of energy. That's how progress happens. So next time you sit down to study or work, remember this: even 30 minutes of true focus is more valuable than 3 hours of distraction. Your time is important, but your focus is even more important. And the good news is, you can train your focus. You can get better at it. In the next part of this episode, I'll show you some easy and simple ways to build strong focus in your daily life, especially when learning English. Simple ways to improve focus. Now that we understand how powerful focus is, let's talk about something very important: how to improve your focus in daily life. The good news is, you don't need special tools or big changes. You just need to make small, simple habits that help your mind stay clear and strong. Let me share with you 6 easy tips that you can start using today. These tips will help you focus better, waste less time, and get more done, especially if you are studying English or working on a personal goal. The first tip is simple but powerful. Turn off notifications. These are the little messages that pop up on your phone or computer. Text messages, social media updates, emails, reminders. Every time a notification appears, your brain gets distracted. Even if you don't reply, your attention is broken. It's like someone tapping on your shoulder every 5 minutes while you're trying to read. So what can you do? Before you start studying or working, put your phone on silent or airplane mode or use Do Not Disturb mode. This will help your brain stay calm and focused. You can check your phone later after you finish your task. The second tip is to use a timer, and one great method is called the Pomodoro technique. It's very simple. You set a timer for 25 minutes, and during that time, you focus on just one task. When the timer ends, you take a 5-minute break. After 4 Pomodoros, that's 4 25-minute sessions, you take a longer break, maybe 15 to 30 minutes. This method helps your brain stay fresh. It's easier to focus for 25 minutes than for 2 or 3 hours. You can use your phone or a website like tomatotimer.com to try this technique. Just say to yourself, I will focus for 25 minutes. You'll be surprised how much you can do in that short time. The third tip is to make a small to-do list before you begin your day. Many people feel lost or confused because they don't know what to do first. A to-do list helps you see your tasks clearly, but be careful. Don't make a big list with 20 things. That can feel scary. Instead, write 3 to 5 small tasks you want to finish. For example, 1. Study English vocabulary for 20 minutes. 2. Listen to a podcast. 3. Review grammar notes. Keep it simple. When you finish each task, cross it off the list. This gives you a feeling of success and helps your brain stay focused on what's next. The fourth tip is to take short breaks. Some people think focus means working non-stop for many hours, but that's not true. Your brain needs rest to stay sharp. If you try to work or study for too long without a break, your mind will get tired and start to lose focus. That's why the Pomodoro technique works so well. It includes short breaks. During your break, get up from your chair, stretch your body, drink some water, or take a short walk. Don't use your phone or scroll through social media during the break. Let your brain relax in a healthy way. After the break, you'll come back with more energy and better focus. The fifth tip is to work in a quiet place. Noise is one of the biggest reasons people lose focus. If the TV is on, people are talking around you, or music is playing loudly, it's hard for your brain to concentrate. Try to find a calm and quiet space. If your home is noisy, maybe go to a library or a quiet cafe. You can also use simple earplugs or noise-canceling headphones. Some people also like to play soft background music without words, like classical music or nature sounds. The goal is to help your brain stay in a peaceful place where it can focus well. The sixth and final tip is maybe the most important. Focus on one thing at a time. Many people try to do many things at once. They say, I'll study and reply to messages, or I'll listen to English and also check my email. But the truth is, the brain is not good at multitasking. When you switch between tasks, you lose time and energy. So choose one thing, just one, and give it your full attention. For example, if you are listening to this podcast to practice your English, don't also scroll through Instagram. Just listen, repeat, and enjoy the moment. Your brain will thank you for it. Let me give you a quick example. A girl named Sarah wanted to improve her English speaking, but she always felt busy and distracted. One day, she started using these focus tips. She turned off her phone, made a small to-do list, used the Pomodoro timer, and studied in a quiet room. After just 1 week, she felt more confident and more relaxed. She wasn't studying more hours. She was just studying with more focus. That changed everything. So now you have 6 simple tips. Turn off notifications. Use a timer like the Pomodoro technique. Make a small to-do list. Take short breaks. Work in a quiet place. Focus on one thing at a time. These steps are easy to understand and easy to use. You don't need to change your whole life. Just start with 1 or 2 of these habits today. Try them when you study English. Try them at work. Try them in your daily tasks. You'll be surprised at how much more calm, clear, and successful you feel when your mind is focused. In the next part of this episode, we'll talk about some common mistakes people make when trying to focus and how you can avoid them. Common mistakes people make. Now that we've talked about how to improve your focus, it's also important to understand some of the common mistakes people make. These mistakes are very normal, and many people don't even realize they're doing them, but these small habits can make a big difference. If you know what the mistakes are, you can catch them early and fix them. Let's talk about a few of these common focus mistakes and how you can avoid them. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to do many things at the same time. This is called multitasking. Maybe you've done this before. You're studying English, but at the same time, you are answering messages, watching videos, or thinking about dinner. You think you are being productive, but actually, your brain is jumping between tasks. It's not really focused on any one thing. This makes you slower, and it also makes it harder to remember what you learned. Your brain needs to give full attention to just one task to do it well. So instead of multitasking, try single tasking. That means doing just one thing at a time with full focus. When that one thing is done, move to the next. You'll feel calmer and get more done. Another common mistake is checking your phone too much. Our phones are very useful tools, but they can also be big distractions. Many people pick up their phones without even thinking. One small notification can take your mind away from your task, then you lose your focus, and it can take a long time to get it back. Some studies say it takes around 20 minutes to return to full focus after checking your phone. So imagine if you check your phone 5 times during your study time, how much focus are you losing? To avoid this mistake, put your phone away while working. Put it in another room if you can, or use apps that block notifications while you study. Your phone can wait. Your focus is more important. The third mistake is not having a plan for the day. When you start your day without a plan, it's easy to feel lost or confused. You don't know what to do first, and your brain wastes energy thinking about your next move. This leads to poor focus and low productivity. But when you have a simple plan, your brain feels more relaxed. You know what to do next. It doesn't have to be a big plan. Just write down 3 to 5 small tasks for the day. For example, 1. Watch an English video. 2. Practice 5 new words. 3. Review yesterday's grammar notes. That's enough. A plan helps guide your focus. Without it, your time can easily disappear. The fourth mistake is working for too long without breaks. Some people believe they need to work or study for hours without stopping. They think this shows discipline, but the truth is, your brain gets tired over time. After 45 to 60 minutes of focus, your attention starts to go down. If you keep working without rest, your mind becomes slow and your quality of work drops. That's why short breaks are important. A 5-minute break can refresh your brain and bring your focus back. Walk around, stretch, or drink some water. But don't jump into social media or anything too loud or busy. Let your mind rest, then return to your work with fresh energy. Let's quickly review these 4 common mistakes. Trying to do too many things at once. Focus on one task. Checking your phone too often. Keep it out of reach while studying. Not planning your day. Make a small, simple to-do list. Working without breaks. Take short rests to recharge your mind. These are simple mistakes, but they can have a big effect on your focus. The good news is, once you notice them, you can change them. You don't have to be perfect, just be more aware of your habits. Every small change you make will help you stay focused, feel less stressed, and make real progress, especially if you're learning something like English. In the final part of this episode, I'll share one last message to help you remember what we've learned today and give you a little motivation to keep going. We're now at the end of this episode, and I want to leave you with one simple idea, something I hope you will remember for a long time. And that message is, you don't need more time. You need more focus. Yes, we all feel busy. Yes, life can be full and fast, but the real secret to success, to learning, and to personal growth is not about having more hours. It's about using the time you already have with more care and more attention. Just like we talked about, focus is the key. Focus turns a short study session into a powerful one. Focus turns small steps into real progress. Focus is what helps you move forward, even if your time is limited. Now, I want to encourage you to do something simple. Don't try to change everything at once. You don't need to be perfect. Just choose one tip from this episode, just one small idea, and try it today. Maybe you can turn off your phone for 30 minutes. Maybe you can use a timer like the Pomodoro technique. Maybe you can write a short to-do list before your day begins. Whatever you choose, make it small and easy. Start with that. That one small action will help your brain feel more focused, and when you do it again tomorrow, it will become a new habit. Learning to focus is like learning a new skill. You won't be perfect on the first day. You will still get distracted sometimes. That's okay. Be kind to yourself. Every time you notice your mind losing focus and bring it back to the task, you are training your brain. That's how focus grows, one step at a time. Day by day, your mind becomes stronger and your results become better. Remember, you are not lazy. You are not bad at time management. You just need a bit more clarity, a bit more direction, and a little less noise around you. And the fact that you're listening to this podcast already shows something great. You care. You want to improve. You're taking action to grow. That is something to be proud of, so don't wait for a perfect time to begin. There is no perfect time. There is only now. Use the time you have today, even if it's just 20 minutes, and give it your full attention. You'll be amazed at what can happen when your mind is clear and your focus is strong. Thank you so much for joining me today on Flexlish English. I'm really happy that you spent this time with me. I hope this episode helped you understand something important, not just about time and focus, but also about yourself and your power to grow. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to listen again, repeat the phrases, and practice your speaking. That's how you improve your English and your life at the same time. And if you try one of the focus tips, let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear your progress. Until next time, stay focused, stay calm, and keep learning. You don't need more time, you need more focus, and you can do it. Thanks again, and see you in the next episode of Flexlish English.